Who's that stumbling around in the dark?
Who's that there nerd stumbling around in the sun?
Yeah, my name is Kiki and I'm a nerd. Hi. I made this Gambeson. I have been wanting a Gambeson for a while, and since I'm now buying riveted chainmail, I'm going to need one to protect myself. So I went thrifting, and I found this jacket that has kind of a similar padded looking pattern to it as medieval Gambesons, except for it's much more lightweight. Now, I don't love the neon yellow color or the modern zippers, but I am going to fix both of those things and turn this into a really cheap thrift flip version of a Gambeson. Overall, this jacket cost me $10, and the clasps I'll show later were about $2 each, making this project just under $20. Since Gambesons are pretty heavy duty construction, they run about $200 to $300 or more from LARP shops, so I'd say this is a pretty good alternative. To remove the zippers, I just took fabric scissors and cut right along the side of the track. I didn't bother unpicking it or anything. Then I used some pearl gray RIT dye, and I heated up some water, soaked it in there to give it more of a greenish color, which I way prefer to this bright neon yellow color. Once it was done, I rinsed it, washed it, and dried it, and then it was time to add the little closures on the front. These are the ones I got. They're just little like faux leather buckles. These are really nice because since they're faux leather, they are really easy to sew through with a sewing machine. I have a doublet where I put the closures a couple inches apart, and because the jacket has a gap, it basically kind of bows out, and I don't want that. So I decided what I'm going to do for this one is just do slightly overlapped and then mark where I want to put the closures. That way it's not going to do that sort of like bowing open thing that I dislike so much about my other doublet. I just used a Sharpie to mark the very edges of where I wanted to add it on, and I basically decided I'm going to do 2 facing one direction and then the bottom 2 facing the opposite direction just for some interest. And then I got to sewing on the first one so I could test it out and see if I liked how it was going to sit. I just sewed a kind of triangular shape on the very edge of the closure because, like I said, these are easy to sew through and it's going to sit under chainmail anyway. So once I was happy with that, I took the clasp apart, opened it up, and then I sewed the other side on, making sure it was facing the right direction and sitting where I marked it with the Sharpie earlier. Once I had that finished, I put it on just to make sure I was liking how it was gonna fit. And since I was happy with how it was looking, I basically just continued along with the rest of the closures, adding them to the spaces I had marked previously with the Sharpie. And that is really all I had to do to make this project. So to show you the final look, I am going to pair it with these khaki breeches I thrifted, this white tunic looking top that I thrifted, and I am going to do it tucked in to do the Gambeson over. But to really bring a fantasy outfit together, we need accessories. So I've got my back baldric with swords, some gloves, belt accessories, and of course my big tall boots. And I am ready to show you how it came out.
Love me like money. Love me like cars. Love me, babe, wherever you are. Oh. Feel free to use that audio bite.
It's hot out here.
Just walk.
I'm wearing a padded jacket in this one. Because I'm so smart.
The things you do for content.
You know, everyone on this trail thinks I'm crazy. And they're not wrong. Get that, Squire boy.
Yes, my liege. Oh!
I'll take that.
Yeah, you better.
I'm a kindly knight.
Misery deserves a little company.
Misery lacks a little.
What?
Stop listening to them lies. Want you by my side. Why is it so hard to trust me? Love me like
Money,
love me like
cars,
love me babe,
wherever you are.